Class 6. Today we will be learning history chapter, new questions and ideas. So in your textbook it is given that Anagha's school trip. So this was the first time that Anagha was going for a trip, and their trip was their train was from Pune, which is in Maharashtra, and the picnic was, the school trip was to the Varanasi, which is in Uttar Pradesh. So her mother came to see of her, and she suggested to the teacher that do tell the children about Buddha and take them to Sarnath also. Okay. So the question may arise in your mind that who was Buddha? So first we will see the story of Buddha. Are you ready? Okay. So see my dear students, Siddharth. Okay. Siddharth who was also known as Gautam. Okay. The Gautam. Gautam was the founder of Buddhism. Have we studied about the main religions in our country? Hinduism, okay, like that, Jainism, Buddhism, okay. So, Siddharth was also known as Gautam, and who was the founder of Buddhism. He born about 2500 years ago. So, this was a time of rapid change. So, which change? In the lives of people. We have studied, the last lesson we have studied about Jana, then after Janapada and after Mahajanpadas. Okay, so Mahajanpadas, so they were growing more powerful, that we have seen in the previous chapter also. The kings were building the heighted walls around their castles and all. Okay, so new cities were developing at that time. So many thinkers, people, those who were thinkers, so they were trying to understand this process. They were trying these changes in the society to elaborate that why these changes are happening, or what is the main reason of these changes. So they also wanted, the thinkers also wanted to try and find out the reasons, the true meaning of life. What is the true meaning of life? So see my dear students, the Buddha belonged to a small Gana, okay. Then Gana, which was known as Sakhya Gana. So and he was Kshatriya. So when he was a young man, okay, when he was a young man, he left his comforts at his home, and he went in search of knowledge. So where I could get the knowledge. So he wandered for several years, then meetings and holding discussions with other thinkers. What is the meaning of life? What is the real meaning of life? Are you getting me? Okay. So he finally decided to find out his path of realization, that and meditated. He also meditated for days. So many days he has meditated, means he done meditation and ate under a peepal tree. Where is that? It is at Bodh Gaya in Bihar. Bodh Gaya in Bihar. Okay. So where he attained enlightenment. After that what happened? He was known as Buddha. Okay. See, he has ended up his life in Bodh Gaya. Bodh Gaya. Okay. So he was, and he attained the enlightenment there. So he was known as Buddha. Buddha means, or we can say a wise one. Okay. So he then went to Sarnath. So Sarnath is near Varanasi. So Varanasi, where he taught for the first time. What? He spent the rest of his life traveling on foot, and he going from place to places, teaching people till he passed away at Kusinara. Okay. So see my dear student, he was working day after day. He was going from place to place to another place. He was teaching people. Okay. Then we will see next what happened. The Buddha taught the life is full of suffering. Okay. How miserable the life is. Then this is the cause. Okay. This is the cause because we have cravings and desires. We are not satisfied at all. Yes, my dear students. So cravings and desires means which often cannot be fulfilled at any time. Yes. So sometimes even see, even if we get what we want more. We are not satisfied with that. We want still more. Yes. So and when even more, we want more extra things, other things. The Buddha described this as the thirst or tanha. Then he taught that this constant craving could be removed by following moderation in everything. So this can be eliminated from everything. How? So he has said he has taught some principles. We will see that also. Now see, he also taught people to be kind, fair with everyone, okay, and to respect the lives of others. Not only human but with animals also. He believed that the results of our actions, which is called karma, the result of karma, whether good or bad, affect us both in this life and the next also. The Buddha taught in the language of the ordinary people, which was the language used by ordinary people, that was Prakrit. Okay. So Prakrit was available to everyone. Okay, that was the language of common man, so that everybody could understand his message. He conveyed his message through the Prakrit language so that everyone can understand. Are you getting, my dear students? So what was the language? The question may be asked that what was the language used to compose the Vedas? Okay, so he also encouraged people. What did he encourage to people? That to think for themselves. To think for themselves rather than to simply accept what he said. Okay. Now let us see that how he did this. We will see this. So before to see that, first the story which is given in your textbook, that we will see the story of Kisa Gautami. Okay. So what is said in that story? That here is a famous story of about the Buddha. Okay. So once what happened? There was a woman and her name was Kisa Gautami. So what happened? Her son had died. Okay. Unfortunately, her son had died. So she was so sad. She became so sad that he roamed through the streets, everyone's house in the cities, carrying her child with her, asking for help that please bring the baby's child life back. A kind man took her to Buddha. Okay, one kind man was there. He took her to Buddha. Now what happened? Buddha said that bring me a handful of mustard seeds and I will bring your child's life back. Okay. So Kisa Gautami what done? She was overjoyed, overwhelmed, and she started off at once. But Buddha gently stopped her and added. And additionally, Buddha said that the seeds, which handful seeds you will bring, that seeds must come from the house from a family where nobody has died. So Kisa Gautami went from door to door, and she was asking about. But wherever she went, she found out what? That someone or the other, means father, mother, sister, brother, husband, wife, child, uncle, aunt, grandfather, grandmother, mother, someone had died. So is it possible that to bring handful of mustard seed from such a family? Was it possible? So in this way, skillfully Buddha had handled this situation. Okay. So have you understood the story of Kisa Gautami? Now we will see what were Upanishads or what are Upanishads. Okay. So see, my dear students, around the time that Buddha was preaching his principles, and perhaps a little earlier, other thinkers, those who were present at that time, the other thinkers also tried to find the answers of the difficult questions that some of them wanted to know about life after death. How was the life after death? What will happen with the soul after death? Okay. So others wanted to know why sacrifices should be performed. Sacrifices should be performed. Okay. So many of these thinkers felt that sacrifice means Om Havan Yajna. Okay. So what was the significance to perform sacrifices? So many of these thinkers felt that there was something permanent. There was something permanent in the universe that would be last even after death. So they describe that this as a Atman, or the individual soul. Atman means individual soul, and they believed that ultimately both the Atman and Brahman, okay, Atman and Brahma were one. So many of their ideas were recorded in the Upanishads. So these were part of the later Vedic text. What the texts were written after Vedic period. So Upanishad literally means that approaching and sitting near. Okay. So and the text contains conversations between teachers and students. So often the ideas were presented through simple dialogues. Are you getting, my students? See, the many of the ideas were recorded in the Upanishads. Now see, Upanishads were the part of the later Vedic text after Vedic period and later Vedic period. So in that text we can find that. So Upanishad literally means that what is meaning of that? Ki approaching and sitting near. Approaching and sitting near. And the text contain the conversations between teachers and students. So often what happened? Ideas were presented through the simple dialogues of that. Okay. See, most Upanishadic thinkers were men. Okay, Jains. So especially Brahmins and Rajas. So occasionally what happened? There is a mention of women thinkers. So the names like Gargi, who was a famous of her learning. She was very wise lady. So and participated in debates held in royal courts. Okay, the court of Raja. So poor people rarely took part in these discussions. So one famous exception was Satyakama Jabala. Okay, Satyakama Jabala, who was named after his mother. Who was he? Satyakama Jabala, who was named after his mother, and her mother, the slave woman Jabali. The slave woman Jabali. What happened? He had a deep desire to learn about reality. Who? Satyakama Jabala. He had a deep desire, that extreme desire to learn about reality was accepted as a student by a Brahmin teacher, and his Brahmin teacher name was Gautam. Okay, Gautama. Then, and became he became one of the best known thinkers of the time. So many of the ideas of the Upanishads were later developed by famous thinkers whose name was Shankaracharya. Okay, so about Shankaracharya you will be learning in class 7. So we will see the story of beggar which is given in your textbook. That story also we will see. Then we will come to understand how it is said the beggar as wise beggar. Okay, how he was wise, let us see. In your textbook it is given that the dialogue based on the story which was from Upanishads. Okay, now see, Shaunaka and Abhibratari, they were two sages. Okay, so sages who were worshipping the universal soul, which we have discussed a few minutes ago. So what happened? Once as they sat down to eat, a beggar came in front of them and he asked for some food. So Shaunaka said that we cannot spare anything for you. We don't have anything for you. The beggar asked that, learn sir, whom do you worship? I came to understand that whom you are worshipping. Then Abhibratarin replied that the universal soul. Then see what happened. The sages said that yes, we know that. Okay, so it means that the beggar said that it means that you know that the universal soul feels the entire world. The two of them sages, they nodded their head. Yes, you are telling correctly. He added more that if the universal soul feels the whole world, it is spread everywhere. So it feels me too. मेरे अंदर भी समाया हुआ है. It feels me too. So who am I? I am the part of the world. The beggar asked. Yes. So you speak the truth, you young Brahmin. You speak the truth. Then, O sages, by not giving me food, you are actually denying food to the universal soul. The sages realized the truth that what the beggar said and shared their food to the beggar. So, have you understood how the beggar wisely grabbed his food? Okay. So next part of the lesson we will see tomorrow.